Okay, I created these extractors for both male and female JST SM terminals to remove the terminals from the connectors. This is the extractor for the male. We'll try this right now, and I'll just talk as I go, explain how to adjust it as needed. So you push the wires in to make sure they're away from a latch, and then you can see that they become extracted. And if you have one that's hanging, then that allows you to adjust it. I've designed these to, it allows you to adjust the individual pins, extraction pins. So that would be this one right here. And see if I can work with this camera. I'll turn it about a quarter turn. And we'll run the same test. Yeah, and there it popped right out. So that lets you know how to adjust it. And idea is to only adjust it minimally where it will do reliable extractions, and that will prevent damage to the latch itself. If you tighten it too tight, it'll extract, but then you'll have damaged latches that you can reset with your thumbnail or a knife blade, like an X-Acto blade. Let's see how these fared. And these back in. They snap in. Okay, so far it looks like no damage or minimal damage has been done to the latch on the terminal. And it looks like the connector, plastic connector, has not been damaged either. So that did a great job. Let's try this one more time. Same one. And we put it in there, push the wires in. And there you go. Okay, that's adjusted just about right. Now we'll do the same thing with a virgin connector, which means one that has never been extracted before. Sometimes those are more difficult because of various things happen when they're assembled with machines. Sometimes these are stiffer, they snag on the plastic and so on. So let's give it a try with a virgin. And even these fittings aren't exactly the same. Snap in. Okay, it looks like that adjustment is just about ideal. And I do believe I'll be making some revisions as time goes on, but currently, easy way to get these out is with a little sharpened end of a paper clip. Works just as easy, or some other appropriate device. Okay, and we're going to insert these. You can feel that it feels like the latches are still in good shape. We'll reinsert these and see if they catch and reliably. Certainly want to make sure that they will latch securely. Okay, and you push them in until they're past their catch points. And I think that's a success. That worked really well. Okay, so that was quite easy. Now we'll go over, to keep the video a little short, if possible. We'll go over to the extraction of the female. Oh, let's see. I'll pull one over. Had one in mind. Come on, where are you? I think, yeah, right here. Okay, so I found out. Sorry for the delay. Now these, the terminals they look like this. And they're really quite sensitive. They are resilient. The latches, these have been broken off through extensive testing, but there's a latch in here and it hooks up here on the top, buried inside. When you push it in, it latches in place, it won't retrieve. So this will, you install it just above. You can match it up with the connector collector latch right here. Press in till it snaps in place, and out comes the terminal. And the reason I chose this one here is I can show you the latch. If it'll focus, you can barely see it there. In the event that it's pushed too far in and won't relatch into the connector, there's a hole on the backside. I've also included a methodology to reset those latches, and essentially you see the holes there, and it does say latch reset, and you can see that the hole lines up and right there, and use essentially a piece of metal. I use an appropriate size needle or pin, and good idea to push it down there, and essentially you're pressing that in, pushing through, and the latch has grown in size. You can see that there. I'll try to focus again. And now, pulling the connector, we should be able to have it seat. There it is. It's now secure again. Now we'll try it on one that is completely, this is close to virgin. It shows that it's been extracted one or two times. We give this a try, and that goes right in here. Line it up, push in, push the wires in. Actually, in this case, the wires should be pushed in. Also, push it in, latch, and there they are. I wish this camera would focus better. So that's the way that works. Unlatch it and reseat. Let's see if the latches were not damaged. The terminal latches. Gosh, it's hard to operate looking through the camera. We get there though. That's frustrating. Okay. All right, here we go. Looking through the camera is an annoyance for sure. I think I got it lined up correctly. Yeah, the latches are on that side. Okay, so push it in and tug on it. And there's one that is a wavered latch. Possibly two. Okay, so in that case, noting that it doesn't want to latch again indicates that it may have been damaged a bit, in which case you pull that out and use the turn it over, see the hole there. Use one of the holes here, put that in, and it should line up right in there. Take the pin, and I can't see through the camera well at all, but I think I'll get it. Okay, I think we're good. I think I've got that in the hole. Yeah, the latch has grown in size. Now it should fit and relatch nicely. It does. So that's how you do it. Essentially, it looks like all of them are seated now. Yeah. And that is how the JST SM extractor for both male and female connectors work. And the adjustments, if for instance you had difficulty extracting one pin, which we did not, you would screw the problem pin, problem terminal, you would adjust this by clockwise, causes this to grow in length, increasing extraction ability, but does also risk more damage. The latch pin, the latch of the pin, the terminal. And likewise, if you notice there is too much damage and they don't want to reset, you can unscrew them slightly until you effectively tune your extractor to where you can extract and replace without having to do the manual reset of the latch. That's the idea anyway, and I think it can be adjusted. I did not adjust this one, so I expect having a little bit of a problem with the latches seating again. But let's see here, we're snagged on something. There's always plastic that is not very cooperative with each terminal. Am I doing this correctly? Let's see. I'll do one at a time and see if that will assist. God, I can't hardly see through the camera. Apparently that was the problem. I was creating an issue with doing them all at once. But you could probably stage them close to being pushed in, and then do them still one at a time. I'm sure it takes a little getting used to, but you do have the capability of adjusting it and tuning these to where they should do the job. Again, one more shot at extraction. In fact, I'll unscrew this one here just a bit, because that was the one I had to reset the latch. So I just moved it, and then naturally you want to push it down on the table, tap it to make sure these are seated now. And here we'll try this again. Hopefully I didn't unscrew it too far, preventing the latch from disengaging from the latch catch that's in the plastic connector. Oh, it looks like that just worked beautifully. Okay, so that's the second one. Now we will, oh, I hate this camera routine, but anyway, they will make do. Put that, okay, those are seated, it looks like. Well, one isn't, but I'll make sure it gets seated. That's the one that I had before. Well, it's solid though now. So, oh, there's one that is just borderline. So that could be readjusted ever so slightly. and still get the latch out, but yeah, there we are, right on the edge. So if anything, I would adjust these just a little bit back. I'll do that. Find the sweet spot. But once that's set, it should do the job. Boy, I just can't get used to working through the camera. Apologize for that. But we do this again here. Okay, so I think that should do it. We'll try this one more time, and then we'll work to it. Virgin, let's see. Yep, there we are. Okay, so that is how the extractors were for both male and female. Okay. Now, let's see. Let me try virgin. I'm getting really close to running out of virgins. The ones that aren't marked should be virgin. I hope I marked them correctly. Okay, here is a male. And I think we got it. Snap it in place. And there we go. That was nice and quick. Okay, so I'm moving that out of the way. Now we'll try a virgin. Female. With these settings. Oh, I got it wrong here. These go on top. They line up. Push in. I forgot to push these in. Hopefully that'll... There we go. Very good. That was for virgin connectors. So I think I have a valid design. Let me put these back in. Let's see. Try the whole... I'm going to do these multiple times so we can understand. For some reason I'm snagging them when I try to do more than one at a time. That worked good. Oh, come on. Very difficult with this camera. Just a cell phone on a staged. Oh, I got it backwards. You got to make sure that the latch is terminals in correctly to where the latch is what's vertical toward the top of the connector. I see I got these backwards or not. I don't know. It doesn't matter because I can always extract them if I got the terminals in correctly. But that allows you to swap everything out. Here's one other thing too. When you're adjusting, if you noticed you have, or if you're extracting, you notice you have one that doesn't want to cooperate, but the others did. There's, it's easy to just use a different terminal pin on the extractor, at least on the males. Females, you're kind of restricted. You've got to make your adjustments, but I actually misspoke there a bit. I was thinking about the ability to use the different positions. There we go again. So, looks like they work really quite well. Okay, well, I think that's enough information. Revisions will occur. There's a few things I can add to this as a feature base, but I think these are really quite usable now. I'll be making another video relatively soon.